I just never know. It happens so fast when I use this program that suddenly I'm streaming everywhere. I like to think I don't like to think, I just do think. I automatically think that it's got to take at least a few seconds. And so if I just start right out of the gate, someone's going to miss what I'm saying. Now, when I use mini cam, which is what I'm doing, to stream to 3 different places at the same time, I have to look at the comments on another device, which in this case is an iPad, which is sitting on top of a entertainment center like device. So I don't know how long this is going to be. So I always love to be efficient. That's a big thing for me. Ask anyone in my life. But I also like to be complete. Who do we got? Hey, Jane. So I'm going to share. Now I got permission to do this because I'm basically letting you in to the bedroom here because I want to show you a real life sort of use case for some of the things that we talk about here in the Luscious Living conversation with Tracy. Hey, Cher, all that stuff that we're doing. And the Psio glasses and the Sound Lounge bed are part of that. But I kind of want to just sort of share the whole philosophy. The whole philosophy is to bring luscious experiences and spaces into your life so that you can take a room that would normally be sort of just whatever, boring or uninspiring, and turn it into a space where, you feel great all the time. Hey, Ascar, isn't that great? That is, Tracy did those. Now that I got in Punta Cana. But Tracy, this is Tracy's original art. It's great. She needs to do more. So anyway, and then there's the wall of ukuleles over there. I can't seem to turn this anymore. So there's that. And of course we have a salt lamp from the salt room here in Las Vegas. And beside that, an oil diffuser. All of these little things help to make the room a little bit more luscious. And of course I talk at great length about how I like to use, smart devices for things like lighting and sound. So Alexa, turn bedroom lights red. Right? Alexa, turn bedroom lights blue. And of course I can create different combinations of the colors and stuff like that to create any mood I want. Now, the one thing I'm not going to be doing to show you is playing different music because of the whole copyright thing. Alexa, turn bedroom lights white. Hi, Diane. And so are you, Diane. Very talented in the art department, as it were, but not like an art department in a school. Anyway, so the lighting obviously is part of the mood that you would create to make things luscious, as well as the diffuser. This particular diffuser is not a smart diffuser, but in the lounge, in the Luscious Living Lounge, where we're actually going to bring people to give demos, because I don't really anticipate giving demos in my bed, except for today. This is an exclusive for you. There is a smart oil diffuser, so that when people would walk into that room and I could basically say, Alexa, start Sound Lounge demo or Luscious Living demo or whatever. It would play the right music, it would change the lights, it would start the oil diffuser, the whole thing, right? Which of course starts the entire experience for the person. So that's talking about how we as Luscious Living are providing these experiences for people. But this video here is about how would you use what we talk about, because really our ultimate goal is to have you bring these principles into your life, right? So like, get a Sound Lounge of your own, get Psio glasses of your own, not just come and have the experience, which we want you to do, but ideally, and then other little things too. I mean, these are on the high end, but go buy an oil diffuser if you don't have one. They're $20. They make your life great. A Himalayan salt lamp. These are not expensive things you can do to make your life just a little more luscious. Can I get an amen from anyone? We got Cher and Diane still, Cher and Diane to Cher and Diane. So how about you guys share and Diane, whatever, that doesn't make any sense. All right, I'm gonna keep going. So what I wanted to show you now, so last night I woke up at 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm like, 1 o'clock? I mean like awake. Like, oh no, what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna wake up now. So I thought, well, I've been toying with the idea of putting the Sound Lounge in the bed to see what would happen, because I had a couple of questions. if I have the Sound Lounge mattress in the bed, what about the person next to that person? This is a queen size bed, which is important to the story, so you understand exactly how this works. So I'm going to paint a picture of a scenario, okay? In my mind, I'm thinking pro athlete or somebody who works their body on a regular basis who could use the recovery and healing properties of the bed, not just go for a fun ride, but that's definitely a part of what I'm going to talk about here. But to be able to have a bed, if you're a single person, you share and you sleep in a queen size bed or more, but this just happens to be great. I'm going to start moving this around a little bit, and it's going to be kind of, not pro level, all right? So we've got right here, basically, there's the practitioner Sound Lounge just under the sheets, okay? And it's elevated. It's like, 2 or 3 inches above the other half. So let's say, like in my case, I wake up, I can't sleep. Well, this bed and sitting on like a low vibration is great for relaxing you and putting you to sleep. But maybe you don't want to sleep there the whole night, so you roll over onto the regular bed and you sleep on your regular bed. Because this is a mat used for like to put on top of massage tables and chiropractic tables and stuff. So it's it's not soft or anything. It's there for support and to deliver the vibration. But it's very comfortable. But I'm just saying you may not want to sleep on it, although people do, and I have. So anyway, we have this right here. Now, if I'm going to bring you a little closer, and I'm going to bring this down. I didn't do a blocking rehearsal first, so I just kind of knew it was going to be tricky. Now, the controls for the bed right now are sitting right here. Now, your comments are all the way across the room, so I'm not going to be able to read them at the moment. You know what? Let me just get them. Take me 2 seconds. Well, I promise you, it is a queen-size bed. I wouldn't lie about something like that. I wouldn't lie in bed. Oh, how does he do it? All right. Just checking up. Okay. Thank you for sharing. All right. So right now I've got it turned down all the way. I am feeding a sort of meditation music through the bed right now, but I have the intensity turned all the way down. So I'm sitting on the bed and I don't feel anything, nor do you hear anything, nor will you hear any music because I'm going to avoid copyright. But that's okay, because listen to this. I'm going to turn it up. You might hear a low hum. Now that may seem low to you, but on the bed, that is a pretty powerful vibration coming up. And it's not just the same thing all the way through the bed. The intensity is all over the place. And if there's a wave, if there's a pulse in the wave, you feel that in your body. Okay? So that's not even up all the way. Now I've got it cranked all the way right now. You can hear it, right? So that might be a little intense for you. I love it all the way up. I put mine up to 11. But sometimes that's not always true. I mean, sometimes I do that. I take the ride for a little while, and then I just want a nice low hum, like last night when I was sleeping. I would not sleep on something pulsating like that, but if I turned it down to about 30%, and it's just this low sort of roll, right? And that's just one of many, literally infinite number of tracks I could play through this bed, find the one that I like with just the right frequency, right? So now on the other end, of course, I can pump some crazy music through there and take a whole rhythmic ride. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. And you won't hear the music again, but you will be able to hear the bed respond, just to get an idea of what that might be like. This always feels, whenever I do this, like, let me find this thing, it always feels like it takes forever. So here we go. Let's see. I can't remember exactly how soon it starts, but I think pretty soon. Now you can probably hear it down, 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 down. So it's this techno kind of groove, and imagine feeling that on your body, kind of going. That hit hard just then, and this actually is going to build into something crazy. Let me just scoot a little bit ahead. Whoa, 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 nope, nope, nope. All right. I would hit it right at a break. So obviously that's going to be pretty intense, and not everybody's going to enjoy that, but some people are really going to lot. It is fun to do. And sit there and, just explore your playlist and let anything go through it. Honestly, this bed would be worth it if you just had one track that came with it that delivered the vibe that I was played for you as an example right at the beginning. It feels so great. You put anybody on that and they're going to go, oh my God, this is crazy. They don't even need to know that you can put whatever music you want in there, but you can. Oh yes. So that alone is just great. And it's right there in the bed. The controls right here. Now, granted, again, not everybody's going to do this. But if you're an athlete and you have insomnia or in some other way could use the benefits of this kind of therapy right where you sleep, totally doable, is my point. And you can, I can in the other room and in here I could plug this into Alexa, right? And then just like I do in the Luscious Living Lounge, I can just lay in the bed and ask for whatever I want, and it comes right through the bed. Now, that's just the bed. Any questions? No. How's everybody enjoying their Monday? Are you? Anybody over on YouTube? What's going on? All right, now, but that's not all. Let's add to this. We have the Psio glasses, which are the light and sound technology, right? So now this all by itself, we actually knew about this before the bed, and I was all over this because the minute I put these glasses on, I was in London, it was 11 o'clock at night, I needed a recharge big time, we were getting ready to go to the airport. That was the first time I actually demoed these. I can't remember what program I used, some sort of recharge or power nap program. And I put it on and the red light came on, I was like, my whole body just felt immediately relaxed. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And it's just been that way. These glasses deliver on so many levels. And you can go back and, I'm sure you will, but scroll back on the timeline where we actually showed this technology at the Holistic Happy Hour event we did and Dr. Steve G. Jones was there, and he wore these and raved about them and is actually creating content for these, as am I. So that Bob Doyle related stuff or Steve G. Jones hypnosis programs, you can use these with this light and sound technology, because this light, this isn't just random flashing, and it's not just responding to the music. If I was just to play a regular audio file through here, the glasses, you could listen, but the glasses wouldn't respond. These are encoded with a lot of research behind them, the light therapy. These are, as I've said, and will continue to say, actually medical devices in Belgium and are prescribed like medicine. And there are so many uses for this for people like hypnotherapists and coaches and anybody who wants to help people relax or just whatever. I mean, this type of, because hypnosis is sort of part of this in these programs, and there are hundreds of programs to choose from. Okay. Did Jane, are you telling me to, now I have to, it is a kinesthetic audio-visual experience, especially when you combine them. Because what we can do is basically take the, instead of going from the phone and sending the audio there, I can plug into the glasses, choose a program that is appropriate for it. It takes a second to get started, but you can see the glasses going, and you can hear the bed going, right? Yeah. So now you put these on, you're in, and that's its own experience already. But now you're feeling the sound frequencies, and you're just laying in bed. This is a good one. This program is called Peyote. All right. Pretty cool, right? But that's not all, ladies and gentlemen, because not only could you plug in your Psio glasses and get all the therapeutic benefits of that and the vibroacoustic therapy going on with the bed, part of the Luscious Living experience is also VR. Okay? So, in virtual reality, if you're not aware, when you put this helmet on, your environment is now totally computer generated. and it feels like you are somewhere else. Looks like that, you can look anywhere. It's virtual reality. I think you probably already knew all that. One fun application of virtual reality is, let's say, a roller coaster. There's a whole suite of roller coasters for this. Hey Ray, you know what I'm talking about. Whole array of roller coasters in here that are great by themselves. But you plug this in, and now the sound of the roller coaster is going through the bed. My Oculus turned on because I moved it around. So, as you were, it'll turn off in a minute. So the vibrations, it's like you're on the freaking thing. It's indescribable. And take any game like that, and you're running it through the bed. Movies, Netflix. I was watching Limitless last night. Hadn't seen it in a few years. Just the beginning, just kind of the opening. But the way the audio drives the bed, it becomes this huge sensory experience. Because now you're in VR, the screen is huge. It looks super high def, right? It's IMAX size if you want it to be. Obviously, you're wearing these great headphones. It sounds fantastic. And you're feeling the movie. But there are other things too in VR. There's lots of, you can go to YouTube and there's 360-degree videos, which, again, you can look everywhere. These sort of psychedelic or whatever kind of things with this type of music that drives the bed. So now you've got this sort of totally trippy ride that's happening right here in your bed that is just as exhilarating to your senses as if you had gone and stood in line at freaking Six Flags for 90 minutes and paid I don't know what for the ticket. And you got the VIP thing, because who's standing in line like a schmo these days? No, you're buying you're spending the $100 per kid. It's worth it. If you're gonna go and do that, I'm saying, why not just stay in bed? Ride as many roller coasters as you want with no line and have the full thrill. No concession stand pricing, my friends. Nope. You can pop your own popcorn. And then, if you get all anxious and stressed out because the roller coaster rides were too exhilarating, where the heck do they go? You just put on the Psio glasses and choose a relaxed program. Bring your brain back into order. So, Luscious Living is all about taking all of it, and combining it into experiences for people to have at retreats and things like that, to show them how you can do this. What do you need to do it? What's it going to cost? Blah, 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 right? So that they can do it themselves and take it beyond. Now, we're just getting started in this room, really. And it's also because I have no idea how much longer I'm going to be in this particular place. So it's about how much more. But the number one thing that this room requires, and it's kind of like, I think number one on the call sheet for any Luscious Living room, is room darkening shades. Especially here in the desert, it's sunny all the time. And with room darkening shades, now all of the lighting I have complete control over. Now, as I was showing you, and I say, Alexa, turn bedroom lights green, which you probably won't because I said dark. Oh, it did. Right. It's not full green because we've got light coming in from the windows, but if it was room darkened, then I could really, really craft whatever light sculpture I wanted to, I guess. Alexa, turn the bedroom lights white. At least you cooperated with me today. So, sideload a 3D Blu-ray torrent of Ready Player One. That would be fantastic to watch in bed. I haven't sideloaded any movies, just a few games. I'm just thinking, what if you already have an Oculus Quest? Oh, well, sure. I mean, yeah, you have it. You just use it. Ideally what we want to do with Luscious Living is create bundles of all of these things. Like you come to one of our retreats, which is somewhere nice. We bring all this stuff. We give you an experience of it. We show you, hey, here's how you can get it. Here's how you can combine it. We let you dream big for your place, and then you do whatever you want to with it afterward. But we're just getting started. I mean, these products, or if you will, are just what we're starting out of the gate with because they're freaking luscious. They have healing stuff. and they're just fun. So, you know. And really, once you start playing with this bed, you really get a whole new understanding of what luscious it can be. Thank you, Ray. I hope you do. Stand by and watch it. We're building an empire. Because who doesn't want to feel good? And what I also love about the fact that these are right out of the gate are our first programs or products, if you will, at least the Psio and the Sound Lounge, is it's all about frequency and vibration and rewiring. All of my professional conversations. You see? Seems like it might be a leap. It's not. It's just a sidestep. Because, look, I've been teaching law of attraction stuff for 20 years, and what's it all about, really? It's about loving your life. And one of the things I've realized is that, we can teach you the principles and all those things and vision and all of that, but we very often get distracted by our environment, whether it's work or home or whatever, and it brings us back into what we call our reality and keeps us thinking in whatever way we're programmed. We have to break the program. We have to change our environment, and we have to find ways to feel good now, right? While we're waiting for the big manifestations or whatever. And so a lot of people are waiting to feel good for whatever the reasons are. And so what Luscious Living is about saying, you don't have to wait. And in any budget, anybody can go out and buy some Palo Santo wood and burn it in their house and go, oh my God, I had no idea this was waiting for me. This is the greatest thing ever. I am so relaxed in my house. I love it so much more than I did 5 minutes ago. And if you never burned Palo Santo wood, go buy some and do it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And if you have, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Or on the other end of the spectrum, if you got a budget and you want to play, let's show you how to use some smart lighting and do routines and make your house smart and do cool, luscious things. Change the light and play the music, turn on the bed, all with a voice command, right? How impressive is that? I can't remember what it says, but I have her programmed to respond if I say, Tracy's here. So she says something to her, she turns the lights a certain way, and she plays a certain playlist. Pretty luscious. That's all I'm saying. Let's go to your comments for a moment. Light healing, yes. And so I am, Jonathan Goldman, yes, absolutely. If he's the same guy. I know there's Jonathan Goldman who writes a lot of that type of music, but maybe John Goldman is another one. But frequency, I agree. That's how the pyramids were built, right? You look at cymatics, right? You've seen the big steel plates with the sand on them, and they run a vibration through them, and then the sand does a little dance and turns into some really cool freaking pattern, right? Well, guess what? You lay on the bed, and these really cool freaking patterns are coming up through there. They have a shape, and they're going through your body, and your body is responding because your body is, of course, like however many percent they're saying it is today, of water. And we've all seen what vibrations do to water. There's going to be an impact. And one of the ones you feel first is just complete total relaxation. And then sometimes you'll just feel like you're out of your body. And that's with the glasses and the bed. Both of them can give you this experience. So combined, get out of here. Forget about it and all those other words. Anyway, it was my own little experiment last night to see what it would be like to have one half of your bed have all of this technology right there. Because again, I'm still in bed. I can just put on the Quest and watch a movie or get lost in a 3D video or whatever. Or I can just reach over and do the Psio glasses and a nice little thing and then just roll right over. So again, one of the great things about this bed is, one of the main uses for it is pain management. When your muscles are aching, the vibrations just, maybe you can even feel what I'm talking about. I mean, it's like, it just lessens the pain. It eases the pain, the vibration. So you can just lay on this. So if you're an athlete recovering with sore muscles and things like that, especially if it's an ongoing basis, this becomes an investment, just like a massage chair or anything else. Instead of going and getting sessions all the time, which, you know, our vision is to have luscious living places to go, luscious living lounges where people can go and have these experiences that'll make this setup look really, really rinky-dink. You know, and as we grow, that's what we're wanting to do. Can you feel it on the other side of the bed? That was what I said right at the beginning, Jane. Yes, you can feel it just a little bit. It's not like being on it, but I do feel the vibe, which in this case obviously is great. So for example, if one of us is on the bed and the other is, you know, then it's normally not a problem. However, today Tracy had a migraine. And she was laying here, and I was just playing with this setup here, and I did something that had kind of a thumping beat to it. No bueno. There are programs for headaches. There are programs that deliver frequencies that you listen to. You'll find them all over YouTube. If you go to YouTube and just look up, I don't know, sound frequency healing, you will find hundreds, dare I say thousands. And they all say, you know, 917, the healing frequency for whatever. And I really have no idea. Like, I'm not putting anything like, yes, if it says that you will attract abundance if you listen to this one, I'm not putting any stock in that. Well, all I'm listening for is, hey, that sounds and feels cool. Now, as I learn more about frequency, the science of it, because I love to speculate. I love to speculate that there's a frequency we could tune in on the bed that would actually amplify the frequency of your vision. I love to think that that's possible. I love to think that we could find that and lay on this bed and somehow your vision just gets amplified in this, right? But that is pseudoscience at best, my friends, at least at this point, until I can find out otherwise. But wouldn't it be cool if we could? Anyway, but that's the kind of fun stuff that I love to explore with this type of stuff. And so if you're a fun little scientist yourself, you might like to have all these fun toys too. Well, that's got to do it for me. I think I've talked your ears right off. Wonder if love vibes can cause your blood to flow through your veins in a spiral vortex. Well, how can I say this? I can tell you a version of what you said is true. Anyway, like if someone was in the bed, yes, they can feel it. I'm just trying to catch up here. And Diane, you want a replacement for HoloSync. Is it just because you just kind of done it? Now you want something different? I mean, there's so many. I wish I could make a recommendation in particular. Get the bed. That's my recommendation. Get the bed and the glasses. It's the next generation of reprogramming. Okay. I would recommend taking off your glasses first. By the way, no one asked, but you can use those eyes open or closed. They cannot hurt your eyes in any way. I like to do it both ways. Start with my eyes open, get a nice big show, close my eyes, and then I get a whole different show. Because it's not just the afterglow, but because you can see the flashing and the colors and everything through your eyelids enough to get the effect. But also you're getting like other things too. All right, yes. And again, there's so many binaural beats out there on YouTube, but I can't speak to the efficacy of any of them. I look at, does this relax me? Is this enjoyable? Forget what it says it does. Like, am I feeling better because of this? Yes or no? Yes, I'm putting it on a playlist. Right? It's that simple. Again, as I learn more about vibroacoustic therapy in general, which is definitely part of my plan because it's fascinating, and now I actually have a lab, if you will. Then if some of that theoretical stuff becomes, you know, like I can prove and make sense and says, no, there's a study that says this right here, well, then I'll change my tune and I'll push it like crazy. It's like, yeah, go to YouTube. Yeah, listen to this one. Yes, it will, whatever it says it will do, because here's why. But right now I can't do that. But I can go say, listen to it through the bed because it's freaking awesome. Because it's like, whoa. All right, I'm terrible at saying goodbye. Thank you, Ray. All right, everybody. You guys have a great rest of it.